We're thrilled to have you with us from Denton, Texas, Apache Stadium. We've reached week 9 of the EA Sports college football season. Contenders, pretenders, starting to separate. It's the Florida Atlantic Owls and the North Texas Mean Green. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe, some interesting storylines setting up in this one.
Thank you, guys. Checking in with the Florida Atlantic head coach. He understands that they are walking into a very difficult situation today. Their opponents have a big winning streak on hand, but so do they. He said, I believe that we can come and set the tone early. Look for them to be very balanced in their play calling, show why they've won these games 3 in a row, and really set the tone here early in the first quarter. Guys?
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. So the North Texas Mean Green offense takes the field, and they'll try to put together the first drive of the game. And here comes the junior running back. Found the end zone a couple of times in his last game, just under 100 yards on the ground.
I got to tell you, I've been really impressed watching this team, and specifically the offense now during this win streak. And the biggest thing has been the running back and their ability toting the football. Physical, they're able to stay ahead of the sticks. Defenses just get worn down because of this guy and his physical style running the football, and I expect to see a little bit of that again today.
The run inside. It's White. Powers through the defender. They'll mark him down at the 40 after ripping off 10. North Texas in the hurry up.
And man, you don't have to be a great play caller to give that guy the football, right? Like, feature him. The offense goes through him. You got to love this running back. And he just finds a way to make those chunk plays like he just did, setting the tone. And Palmer, sometimes the defense, they need to see you for a second so they realize how fast, how powerful, how good you are.
Yeah, and the defense said all the right things leading up to this game. We're focused on stopping the run. We want to be the more physical team. We're going to make them one-dimensional. Well, you just got to run down your throat early. Everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face. So for this defense now it's time to show up. You got to bow up now and start doing something about it.
Jackson will throw. Incomplete. Big fight for the ball, but it falls to the ground. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Wants to throw again. Rushes on him. Fakes to grab. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. 3rd and short from the 28. Let's see if this is 4-down territory or if they just pick up the first here. They'll try to power their way ahead. Here's a little room there. Oh, he got loose. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Mean Green.
Talking to the coaching staff coming into this game, they said explosive plays are going to be big for us. When we get our opportunities, we got to be able to hit on them, and you saw one right there. That time, doing it on the ground on the opening drive of the game. That just shows you this offense, they are locked in and in tune and on the same page earlier.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Owls offense takes the field for the first time in this game. And there he is, this senior wide receiver. This is the guy the entire passing game is built around. He has a big play waiting to happen.
It's pretty amazing when you watch this offense because they're not very talented. They're average, quite honestly, a lot of spots, except the guy at wide receiver, David. He is elite. And today on offense, everything should go through him.
And when you've got one of those guys, you've got a chance, right? One guy that puts fear in the defense. And I love that we continue to see guys have real success at smaller levels, right? It's not just the power forward. These are guys that end up getting plucked and go to the next level. You can still be a burner and still have that great speed and route running and develop. And this guy has, and he is one of the best players on he actually is the best player on this team, and he is option number 1 for the squad.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Quarterback keeper. And they swarm him under. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. He might want another play. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He let the thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Gonna field this one in tight quarters. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. The Mean Green offense heads out onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Running inside. It's White. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. Jackson gonna throw it. He lobs one high down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. North Texas will have to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Way back in his own territory as he hauls it in. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. After that punt return, there is a man slow to get up. Medical personnel out there checking on this senior defensive back. The Owl offense is out there to get this drive underway. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. And the defense makes a big hit and knocks him down.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking to fire. Got a man. It's Messer. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
Motion from the back. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Snags it, and he's open. Out across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33, and that's what you're looking for when you're backed up in your own territory.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
They stop him just short of the 1st down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. The Owls come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. They'll go right back to him. There's some room. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a 1st down at the 44.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
Florida Atlantic has the offense humming. Looking to throw on first down. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
Nice job by the defense there, taking all throws away from the quarterback. He had nowhere to put that football in the field to play, so that ball obviously had to go out of bounds.
So now it's 2nd and long. They want to run this quarterback. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. He'll set up to throw. They're working that left side. There he goes. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Now on the move. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Personal foul.
So the officials spy that face mask penalty, and the offense gets a first down. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Looking for a gap. It's Bernard. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run.
And this drive, this offense is really focused on physicality, man. Running the football, look at right here, right up the gut. Nice play, nice job just controlling the line of scrimmage, putting a drive together.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Owls. You want to keep your offense on the field, wear down the defense, put that tape on and show it in a clinic. That's the way it's done.
And as a defense, man, there's nothing more demoralizing. You can handle it when you give up 3, but to give up the touchdown at the end of a long drive, you're already exhausted. You've already been punked the whole way down the field. Man, that's frustrating.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. North Texas takes possession. The Mean Green offense will return to the field. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. Wide receiver going in motion. Jackson will throw. Working that left side now. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And that is not where you want to miss. You do not want to miss high over the middle. A lot of that times that turns into an interception. He doesn't get that, but he's got to lower that football and give his receiver a chance to make a play on it.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. They'll move the wide receiver. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Good timing on the quick out. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. He goes right back to the air. Under fire. Had to get rid of it quickly.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's long. And tackled there by the defense.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
North Texas lining up, facing 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Heaves it deep. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. North Texas will have to punt it away. Solid punt, headed toward the sideline, trying to make it tough to return.
And that is why this punter is such a big weapon. He can completely flip the field. He's got a cannon for a leg. That was a moonshot. They were able to get downfield, and now this offense, they've got a lot of work to do if they're going to score.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
That's a way to get some breathing room. He's got 5 out to the 9-yard line. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. That is their freshman defensive back who's down on the play, and Holly Rowe will keep us up to date on his condition. You've got a 3rd and manageable, backed up in your own end, but convert here and you get some momentum. Gets the back moving. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Complete. Turning it on. Out across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33, and that's what you're looking for when you're backed up in your own territory.
Well, they're going to try to get this guy the football as many ways as they can. You're going to see it, obviously, in the running game, but here doing a nice job in the pass game, too. Leaking him out of the backfield, working the right side of the field. That's a nice game by the offense.
Looking to throw on 1st down. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Oh, and they corral the ball so they avoid the turnover, but man, did they lose a chunk of yardage. They won't have time to run another play, and we will take it to the 2-minute timeout. After that sack, they're in a different zip code now. 2nd and long working here. He wants to change this route. To the air on 2nd down. Lets it fly. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
You know, as an offense, you just don't get that many great opportunities in games to hit these type of big-time plays. When plays like that present themselves and receivers are open, as a quarterback, you have got to make that throw.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Makes the grab. Makes the catch, and he's free. Running free, getting this offense going. Stopped him at the 38 after the huge gain. And the Owls go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Farrell. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. 8-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. They'll keep it on the ground. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
Well, I think the defense is expecting here on 3rd down that this running back's going to get it again. He got it on 1st, had a nice carry, got it on 2nd. Now he set him up in 3rd and short. You've got to be physical here and make sure this guy goes.
Could be an alley. He's got enough. It'll be a 1st down. They've got it at the 12. The Owls pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. They'll run it. It's Farrell. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Now the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their 1st timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Timeout taken by the offense. It's their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on 3rd down. So they won't get a touchdown, but a chance to put something on the board before halftime. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And with that field goal, they now have the lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. It's 1st down, but the offense is just going to take a knee and go to the locker room. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, week 9, kind of a week where we separate the pretenders from the contenders here on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. First up, a look at James Madison taking on the Troy Trojans.
North Texas will kick it off to start things here in the second half. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And on that kickoff, we have an injured player on the field. That is the senior linebacker who's been shaken up. Holly Rowe will give us an update on his condition. The Owls offense comes out ready to go to work. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Passing game kept the drive moving. Here's 1st down. The run inside. It's Farrell. And he got 5 yards on the play, 2nd and 5 coming.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They'll try to run for it. At the 45 on his way. Flying out to the left. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Florida Atlantic. And a huge run from the back for 6.
Man, it's nice to have a running back that can do that. That makes everything else easy on offense. Hey, hand it to that guy. He makes a big play. Yes, please.
And they tacked on the extra point. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. North Texas sends the offense back onto the field. So this second half didn't exactly start the way they had hoped on defense, and now the offense will try to answer with a score of its own. Running inside, it's White. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. North Texas in the hurry-up.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Right back to the well. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it now. You're trailing by a lot. You got to get back in this game. You need tempo, and you need explosive plays through the air.
Jackson gonna throw it. Under fire. Buying some time. Breaks into the open. Big play on that one as he works his way all the way to the 28-yard line. North Texas has it going to work with another first down.
And usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. And it's the next play that you have to play instead of just the original pass. So defense has got to do a better job keeping that guy in the pocket.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Motion from the wide receiver. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Finds the tight end. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Here's the pressure. Pass is incomplete, but there is a flag beside the quarterback, and this might be a roughing call.
First down.
I know defenders hate quarterbacks and love nothing more than hitting them, but you're hitting yourself in the gut when you get a 15-yard penalty. Makes the catch. Stumbled to the ground. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Pulls it on the option. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
This is the most important part of the field. What you did to get down here means nothing. Nice job by this defense, staying confident, staying aggressive, and forcing the 3rd down and goal.
They stopped him cold in the backfield, and all he needed was inches on 3rd down. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. And this one ought to be nice and easy, a 22-yard attempt. Dead center perfect. They're back to within a touchdown. 17-10 is the score.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Here he comes with the return. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. So here comes the Florida Atlantic offense ready to go to work. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Here's the handoff. Gets it out to the 25-yard line, a gain of 3. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. To the ground with the back. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative, and that's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
Making side adjustments here. Right back to the well. Gets enough for the first down, but not sure they'll get another playoff here in the 3rd quarter. Right around the halfway point of the season, neither of these squads that we've watched today ranked, but here's the top 25 as it stands right now. they'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. This time he wants to throw. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that's a gift, right? Like, he was pretty dang open, and that drag route came open, and he had a chance to catch that, chew up some yards, but the defense will take it. And I tell you what, when you go over the middle, man, you got to have some courage, and I don't know if he felt some pressure and some bodies around him, but that was a clear drop.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Farrell. He makes the stop at the 33, but 10 yards on that play and a first down. And the Owls kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. They get him stopped after a pickup of 5 to the 28. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. That appears to be their junior starting wide receiver, someone they obviously do not want to lose. Holly Rowe will keep us up to date on his situation. Wants to fire on second down. Incomplete, a 50-50 ball won by no one that time.
Unfortunate with that incompletion. The quarterback and his intended target not on the same page.
They'll snap it from the 28 in field goal range, but it's third and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads it left. It's complete. He steps out of bounds at the 15-yard line. Big pickup on the ground, and they're rolling. Florida Atlantic going back to work after moving the chains. He's pulled down after a tough run, gets it to the 6.
Man, it's so nice to have a guy that you can depend on. Like, this offense is built around him for a reason. Just a good running back. You can see, gets north-south, doesn't dance, picks up positive yards, breaks tackles. He's just a really good player, and that's why this offense runs through him.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. A designed run for the quarterback. And he's in, pounded his way in for the score. Touchdown, Florida Atlantic. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
And, man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the fourth quarter, everything going in their direction.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Working the sidelines, Holly Rowe. What do you have, Holly?
Reporting from the North Texas sideline, this defense has been the star of the show today. The offense has had their back against the wall, and now is the moment. They've got to come alive. They are trailing in this game, and I can see them talking to each other before they take the field for this drive. Now is their moment. They feel it, and they're trying to get each other hyped up and ready to go for this possession. Guys, back to you.
Okay, Holly. They get him stopped and out of bounds at the 45-yard line, and the big play has this offense ready to mount a threat. The run inside. It's White.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
Jackson will throw. Zings it complete to the right. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
You're probably not going to always live in man-to-man and put your safety, especially your free safety, on a wide receiver, on a guy with great speed, but really nice coverage, nice defense, nice job staying between the receiver and the quarterback and swatting that ball to the ground.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. And now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the second down misfire. Wants to throw it. Unloads to the right. Makes the grab. And he makes a completion there. Set up and in business at the 20. Now from inside the red zone. Throws to the wideout. And it's picked off right at the goal line. Bringing it back. Gets the return down to the 25-yard line, and a big turnover caused by this defense. Florida Atlantic takes over again, and the Owls offense will go back to work. And that interception might well be the nail in the coffin. Offense gets the ball back, up by 2 scores. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Finding open areas. Trying to save time on defense, they use their 2nd timeout. They've got 1 timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it.
And that's a great job by the defense, understanding exactly the situation, understanding to stay home, play sound. No matter who gets the football, we're going to run to the football hard. We're going to cage the football, be disciplined. Nice job by the defense.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Forced to just throw it away on 3rd down, and now they face 4th.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. North Texas sends the offense out to get this drive going. They get the ball back after the punt, and they've got to be efficient here as time is winding down. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Jackson gonna throw it. Pulls it in, it's White. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
A good start by this offense, something positive on the first play. The drive is good. Listen, the hill is large, right? Like this, we need 2 scores. We got to have 2 touchdowns to get back in this game. We got to be aggressive. We got to take shots, but obviously not.
And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. North Texas in the hurry up. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And this defense is bringing the Heat another sack. They're going to go from their own side to the line quickly. A big play here. On 4th down, looking to pass. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. Florida Atlantic has the ball back, and the offense will try to put together a drive. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes. If you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chucking and keep scoring, I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points. He was still letting us throw the football. It's the defense's job to stop it.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to blow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on 1st down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
Looking for a pass to the end zone to the right. Touchdown, Owls! And they take it in for 6 more points. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
And he punches it in the end zone, and man, oh man, has this running back been impressive. Just the amounts of licks he's taken and just kept moving forward. Like, they've made no bones about it, Palmer. They were going to run the football, and they did. They gave it to him over and over again. The defense knew it was coming, and he still performed.
It's incredible. The head coach called him into his office earlier in the week, and he said, look, we are going to force feed you the football. You have to carry this for us on our way to victory. And he was glad to accept that challenge. He did it today, David. He took a beating. He is going to need the ice tub. He's going to need cryotherapy. He's going to need a good stretch, and he needs some sleep. But, man, did he ever deliver for his offense and his team.
Jackson will throw. Got his man down the middle. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down.
And I know this football game is over, but we got to keep fighting. We got to keep finding something, some kind of rhythm in this offense, something we can hang our hat on that we do really, really well. Listen, the intermediate passing game like this has taken over college football, short to intermediate. So if they can find some of this, it'll help their offense moving forward.
You don't see that penalty too often, but we see it here, an illegal forward pass. Still third down, but more ground to cover after the flag. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking down the middle. Got his man downfield. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
And that's such an underrated skill when you watch quarterbacks, man. To be able to see him, he sees the receiver breaking from the right side of the field, but you got to be able to read the coverage in front, and that's really good timing, getting the ball out of your hands, knowing when he's going to come open, and putting the ball right on him.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Back to pass. Makes the grab. It's Reese. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Fires quickly. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41. He'll spike the ball to try to save every precious second he can. Backed up now. Here's second and long. Looking to fire. Here comes the heat. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it. The Mean Green will have to reach into that playbook here on third and long. Jackson gonna throw it. Fires to the right. How about a little rhythm that you can tap your toe to on that throw and catch for the first down? Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll move the tight end. To the air on first down. Grab behind the line. It's White. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Likely a lost cause, but they'll throw it again. And the pass is incomplete, and this ball game comes to a close. Well, look what we have here, guys. After all the early season doubts, these guys have put together a winning streak.
They sure have. Man, they're just believing in themselves right now. This is a completely different looking team than what we saw earlier in the year. They're playing with so much more confidence. And David, when you start making plays, you start stringing W's together, that's obviously what happens.
Everybody gets energized. Everybody starts to contribute. Young guys start to grow up. Coaches start to believe in them. Everything starts to turn around and swing the other way. They got it all going in the right direction.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis saying goodbye, everybody.